Ramble.
Thank you to BetterHelp and Best Fiends for sponsoring today's episode. So, Rainie, you said your worst nightmare is not hitting record, and we've done a whole podcast, but then you find out we didn't record it. Yeah. Is this an actual nightmare that you have had?
I will say I had a dream about the podcast today.
Oh, that's stressful.
Really?
Well, it wasn't so. It was kind of stressful, but Snoop Dogg came. But he did not look like Snoop Dogg. I was like, we're getting duped, but nobody else knows that this isn't Snoop Dogg.
Did we smoke weed with him?
No.
What's the point of what are you talking
barely
about?
Snoop Dogg. Like,
But
he wasn't even really that cool.
That's how you know it's Snoop Dogg. He didn't offer to smoke weed because he knows that everyone wants to.
Did Snoop open up?
You know what? I was sitting in the back, like I couldn't even see. So I started watching TikTok.
You couldn't even see.
You started, in your dream,
Yeah.
you are here at work,
Yeah.
but you can barely see the imposter Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
and so you start watching TikToks?
Yeah.
Do we have a camera filming Miles' screen? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Is there
No, it's
on
so
top
I
of
can
that
see.
upside down bucket?
No, it's so I can see you. It's so I can. That's the webcam, so I can see
the audience can't see, but we have what appears to be an upside down clear ice bucket that has a teeny little tripod with a teeny little camera, and it's facing the screen.
I'm cool with this angle because
so that he can
both of you.
see so many Keiths and so many Zachs.
For those watching on video, Miles is beaming in from home because he had a little Covey exposé, so we keeping ourselves safe.
Well, welcome to the TryPod audience. We've been listening for this for a bit, but it is the podcast. We didn't just accidentally roll and can keep it.
We're having a fun shirt, fun skirt day.
Yep.
We all decided independently to wear our dumbest, loudest shirts. Keith has Weird Al rocking the accordion.
It's such a big accordion
extension.
Big. What do you got over there, Miles?
This is Christopher Walken. It's a Saint Christopher.
Hilarious.
Pretty damn good.
So funny.
Yeah.
I've got my Kiss Psycho Circus shirt. You know, this was my bedtime shirt when I was like 7 years old, 6 years old.
Wow.
This was a dress on me, and I've just kept it my whole life.
So you really did grow into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it fits you really well.
Fits me well now,
It looks
finally.
nice, and it's a nice psychedelic vibe.
Yeah. And Rainie, you may see her with a white shirt, but do not be fooled. Her skirt is fun as fuck.
Thank you. And my shoes.
And the shoes, but we're not talking about
Fun
that.
skirt,
That
fun
loud.
shoes.
They're
Fun skirt.
cute, I
They're
guess.
sort of Mary Jane's.
They're like brown.
They're clogs but heels.
But like
Yeah.
Zach's
Brown
wearing,
clogs can be fun, Keith.
I know, but Zach's shoes
Are stupid.
loud.
They're orange and maroon.
I think those are more neutral than my shoes.
Are you out of your mind?
Out of your mind?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Gauntlet thrown down.
Mustard is a neutral color.
Show your shoes to the audience. Your shoes.
They're just shoes.
Your shoes are.
They're cute,
They're not loud.
but they're not like.
Those are fun
Whoa,
shoes,
look
guys.
at those shoes. Like
Right?
if she walked into a mall, no
Yeah.
single person would be like, "Whoa, crazy shoes."
Oh,
they
that
might
is
say
untrue.
nice shoes.
All right,
You know
Rainie,
who complimented my shoes?
Who?
Jake.
Did he
Jay.
say they're crazy or they're nice?
Well, he said, I like your shoes.
All right.
Okay, that's
You know
Not
what I'll
really a
say? They're
compliment.
character shoes for like if you're in an
Exactly.
acting
they do
class.
look a little
That's
bit
what
theatery.
I feel like the main character shoes.
Oh, main
Yeah.
character energy. That's a thing people say, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They say that.
Because you just gotta, sometimes it's like when something bad happens, it's just like, it's okay. Like, it's character development. It's for the plot. Only, this would only happen to a main character. I'm only sitting at lunch alone because I'm the main character.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Because I'm only sorry, main character sounds like a bad movie. If the main character is sitting alone at lunch,
Most of the main characters in really good movies start sitting alone at lunch.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Butterman.
Rainey, who do you sit with at lunch these days?
Yeah.
At the office?
Yeah.
I sit with everybody. Everybody sits outside.
Yeah. It's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Except for the guys, because they're sort of in the like CEO. They go to top floor. They work on
Yeah,
the
we go in
penthouse.
our air-conditioned office. We shut off the AC for the rest of the office and make them sweat it out.
I sometimes go outside, but it's been fucking hot. I don't know how y'all do it. We have tables inside.
Yeah, actually, that's a great point. I don't know. I'm not gonna, but that's not my fight to fight.
Yeah.
I try and sit,
I think it's
be
so
with the
people
people.
can have free conversation.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes I also don't join the staff. I want them
Yeah.
to be able to talk about whatever they want to talk about. I don't want them to
makes
think,
sense.
oh, Boss Keith, big angry boss is here.
Boss Keith.
He's listening.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday we were talking about the Kardashians for
Who's
like
the shittiest boss?
who's the shittiest.
we were
who do you guys?
talking shit about Zach.
Kim and Pete broke up. So now
Yeah.
the question
Yeah,
is,
devastating.
yeah, I was like, obviously they broke up.
Yeah.
Like we knew that.
Wildly
I mean, like,
predictable.
I believed in love, and like now I'm not even sure. You know,
I guess we can.
Yeah. Like, what even is love anymore if Kim and Pete?
if those two crazy kids can't figure it out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's he going to go to next?
That's
you
the
think?
question. Because it's like, okay, well, Kim Kardashian, now what? Meghan Markle is my
look,
guess.
I know this is well-treaded territory. Everyone's doing the jokes of like Pete should fuck this person, Pete, but I'm gonna play that game too. I think he should fuck Helen Mirren. I think he should bring old lady love into Vogue.
No, well, Kim is like 55.
She's not 55.
She's pretty old.
She's-
She's an elderly woman.
She's a
Easy, Rainey.
She's not
you're
50.
She's a
easy
milf.
there,
She's a milf.
Rainey.
I feel like
Rainey, I
she-
know that you're young and you think you're never gonna die, but
50.
How old is she?
Kim Kardashian is she in her 40s
Doesn't she
even?
have
I don't even
maybe
know.
in her 40s.
I think
Has
she's like
children?
38. That's my guess.
Just children, right?
She's 50.
All right, we're gonna put
Rainey
the
says.
over under on 40. You think?
What? She's 40?
Yeah.
How old do you think
Oh, wait,
she is?
that's not the answer. Okay, I think that she is.
You said 50.
I think, okay, in real talk, I think she's 45.
She's 41.
Whoa.
I'll tell you, I saw
true.
a celebo in person. I'm not gonna name him because he's a minor celebo, but I was at a concert at the Hollywood
my
Bowl,
gosh.
and I
Whoa.
saw him walk by, and I went, he looks weird. Because he's an older gentleman, and you can tell compared to normal people, he's had the plastic surge. I'm not against the plastic surge, and I get how it's important on the screen. But when you see it out of the
Yeah.
context of the screen, you go, oh, there's an unnatural person.
Yeah.
I thought they were cute before all this surgery. I think that they should have just kept it. I think they would be hotter now.
That's brave,
I
Rainey.
think so too.
No, I actually do feel like I'm in territory where I'm going to get canceled. But
Well, yeah, it's tough because you don't want to speak out. You know, the internet's the type of place where you don't really want to say anything one way or the other.
Yeah.
You kind of want to really ride that middle line because otherwise people get upset.
I've
an
got
errand,
two
yeah.
bones to pick with Mr. Miles Bonsignore.
Hey.
Miles.
No way, dude.
It's a bone picker.
Freaking give it to me, man. What's
This
up?
guy's a freaking scumbag, audience, and I want you to know twofold. Okay, I'm number one.
Uh-huh.
Where's Rainie been?
What are you talking about?
Where's Rainie been on the
People have,
podcast?
have you not seen the
Yeah.
hashtag Where's Rainey?
Hashtag where's
Hashtag
Rainey?
where's
is that
People are
real?
No.
People are searching.
I was like, oh my God.
But maybe it'll start.
Rainey's on You Can Sit With Us all the time, by the way.
Yeah, Well, here's what I think happened, okay? Is that Miles realized that people were really enjoying Rainie's presence. They were really enjoying
That's right.
Rainy Day thoughts.
Yeah.
And he
I'm gonna
said,
get replaced.
He said,
Gen
no.
Z.
And it took a little Covey Exposy to bring her back. Yeah.
But Rainey, obviously, you know, the people are clamoring. The people are wanting more Rainey. The
Advice
people are
for a
saying
rainy day is going to take
advice for
over.
a rainy day. They're saying, where's boots on the ground? And I actually was wondering, Rainey, I didn't ask you this before, but I was wondering if you had a boots on the ground, just locked and loaded, ready to go, something that's going on pop culture wise,
Hunty,
Gen Z correspondent.
yes.
Hunty, yes.
I obviously have a
she's-
notes app devoted to this.
She's opening her phone. This is written down, audience. So whatever you're about to get,
This is
it's
like-
going to
Yeah.
be good and thought out.
That's right. Whatever you're about to get is more than I've ever thought about an episode. Go ahead, Rainey.
What about the box one?
Okay, well, I have a really raunchy one.
Okay.
But do you guys want that one?
Give it to us.
Okay, well, you can
Yeah.
be like, we actually cannot speak about this.
Oh my God.
But
Here we go.
So just let me know.
He has 6 sticks.
so there's this guy on TikTok named Britney Spears. He's really funny. And he does this thing. Does he know where the G spot is? And then he has cartoons. And he's like, does Prince Charming? No. So I have a list. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
So wait, we're going to
It's
look
just
at
about
people.
whether they know where
Yeah.
the G spot is.
Yeah. Is that too extreme?
Well, this podcast
The
is all over the
G-spot
place.
is,
So
to me, such a funny thing. Because that used to be like in the 90s and 2000s when people were talking about sex, like, yeah, the G-spot. Yeah, you know where the G-spot is? And I was like, what are you talking about? The G-spot.
Yeah.
And all the books are like, finding the G-spot.
Wait, you read books on it?
No, I just saw that there were
My
books
friend
on it.
read
Keith doesn't read.
a like
No, I can't
450 page book
read.
on it.
And what was the takeaway?
It was successful. It wasn't.
Wait, I'm sorry, Rainie. Your friend read a full book on where the G-spot was?
Well, it was a little bit more.
Was it a picture book? What do you mean?
Was it a Kama Sutra?
Was it an audiobook?
No, it was just like, it was the whole process. It wasn't just the one spot.
Was it How to Fuck
Correct.
for Dummies or something?
It was probably The Secrets of the Vagina.
And just for the audience that may be interested, what's the book's name for the audience?
Yeah, I can text
just
it
for
right
the
now.
audience, not for us. Not for us.
I think everybody should read it.
Do you want to do a book
What's the
club?
book called?
I don't even know. Let me
Should we
text
do a
him.
book club and we'll read that as our first?
Yeah.
That's very
good.
That's funny.
It's funny.
Fuck book club. You only read fuck books.
I don't know that I want to read a book about that.
Who
It
told
can't be
you
that
how to
long
do
of a
it?
book. It can't be that long of a book.
Like playing tennis. You don't start out good, but you pick it up.
Yeah. And you could read like a little,
You can take lessons if you're rich.
Yeah. Yeah. It's better to have people who are better than you against you, because then you'll
You
learn
play
more.
up.
And much
you
like
get-
tennis, it's like once you play a really good game, you kind of look back and you're like, wow, I was playing some bad games before.
And much like
Yes. I was very bad
like-
at that.
In college, I played really bad games before.
and much like tennis, a lot of people think it's just about smacking it as hard as you can, but it's actually more about finesse.
Yeah.
And much like tennis, if you mess it up, you'll screw up your elbow.
Yep.
And much like tennis,
It's like tennis.
Pete Davidson doesn't seem like he'd be good at it, but he's really good at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And much like tennis, you don't want to touch the ball, but you want to hit it with a bat.
Yeah.
And much like tennis,
Yeah.
Balls.
And we kind of sizzled out on that.
Much
Yeah.
like tennis, it's a very big international treat.
ooh, much like tennis,
Oh.
it's more prominent overseas than it is here.
Uh-huh.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for the people?
Rady's done with
Yeah,
that.
let's
bit.
go.
That's right.
Let's fucking
The
do
bit.
this.
Rooster from Top Gun.
Oh, you talking about Miles Teller?
Yeah.
Oh, Miles Teller, no.
Yeah, I think he knows.
because he
You
crazy.
think he knows? I don't know, man. He spends a lot of time in planes. He's just fucking, he's jackhammering. That's like a guy who's jackhammering, and I'm so sorry to say it.
He's in
though.
a cockpit.
When you play airplane, man, when you fly a plane, I mean to say, there's a lot of little switches you got to know to hit. There's a lot of little intricate stuff you got to navigate on that dash. You got to hit them in a
Yeah.
specific order. It's quite complex.
So wait, to be clear, we're talking about the character Rooster, not Miles Teller, the anti-vax actor.
First of all, Miles Teller doesn't, right?
Okay, I would say that he would because he's busy studying alternative medicine and bullshit. So he's
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's too I think like when, you're that hot, you don't need you've never been really
don't need
asked.
skills.
You've never really been
Sorry,
challenged.
is Miles Teller hot?
Yeah.
Let me look
What?
him up.
Wait,
No,
this
like,
isn't like a contested
No, like
thing.
Miles Teller is like an incredible actor. Don't get me wrong. Whiplash, phenomenal movie.
Whoa.
Top Gun, phenomenal
Fucking
movie.
love Whiplash.
Miles Teller is not hot. Pass it on. Freaking say it again for the people in the back.
He's
I
a
think
bad
that
guy.
dude-
He's hot as
This
heck.
is a real derpy photo.
Miles Teller looks like he fucking works at a Sonic.
But
He
then
doesn't
this looks
look like
this is hot.
Miles Teller
yeah,
and Top
look
Gun
at that
to get it.
photo.
But he also looks like a good bowler in Miami.
no,
Like if
Yeah.
you went to Miami to a bowling convention, he's there.
And
He looks
bowlers
like
know
he's
how to
definitely-
finger them hoes.
That's true. Bowlers do know how to stick their fingers in the right hole.
I want the record to show this
Yeah.
topic was Rainie's idea.
This is Rainie's.
I know, I don't-
mean,
yeah.
he is fucking. I mean,
Miles Teller looks like he works at an H&R Block. He looks like he's fucking selling insurance. He's like a very average looking guy. I don't
First
But
of
think
all,
he's got a
H&R Block does
stomach.
taxes, not insurance. Get your goddamn facts straight.
Wow.
he
Sorry.
is chiseled in the movie at
Yeah,
least.
everybody write in the comments and be like, obviously Miles Teller is hot. Like, I'm about to go ask the office. Like, I cannot be the only person.
Go ask. Let's bring some people in. Bring some people into the. We need some backup.
He's just yelling.
Teller hot.
Yeah.
We got a couple
two for
yes.
two.
We got
Thank
two
you.
yes.
Now, I also do think that I ask them enough random bullshit that they're just accustomed to say yes.
Yeah. No, I think they
No,
listen and
I think
think.
they're-
There was a pause for them to think for a moment, and
Yeah.
they said yeah.
You know, I think we all have this pressure to put off fun until you deserve it, when in fact, you've earned your fun.
I'm going to play Best Fiends.
Oh,
I sure am. I heckin' love this game. It's a great little mobile puzzle game. It's probably my favorite one I've ever played. As you play or more puzzles, you get rewards. Your rewards give you little critters, your little fiends.
Love little fiends.
And they allow for power-ups like clearing a whole column, a whole row, like, puzzle games work.
They're always adding new puzzles.
Yeah, they're always in a bunch. The characters are hilarious. They all look goofy.
I gotta ask, Keith, what level are you on?
Oh my gosh, and it's embarrassingly high. Past 200 and something. It's high.
It's free to download, which is awesome because in there literally thousands of exciting levels for new adventures and challenges every time you play.
You feel like a genius when you beat a specifically hard puzzle. And it really does pass the time really well when you're stuck in a place you don't have Wi-Fi, let me tell you.
You will never again be stranded without fun, even if you lose internet connection. You've earned your fun. Go to the App Store or Google Play to download Best Fiends for free.
Plus, earn even more with $5 worth of in-game rewards when you reach level 5. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends. Fiends. Fiends.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. People put so much care into their things, into their pets.
And sometimes you forget to care for yourself just as much.
Absolutely, and I was stuck in that for years. I was not taking care of the most important thing, the only thing we got, the brain, which is why I use BetterHelp Online Therapy. I've been using BetterHelp. I love BetterHelp. It is just so nice to have someone to talk to, someone to check in with.
It's online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions. So if you don't want to see anybody, if you don't want to be face-to-face, you don't have to. There's so many therapists in their network. It's very easy to switch if you find that the first person you maybe are switched with doesn't really vibe with you. In the traditional world of therapy, it's really hard to get a new therapist. It can take you months. You might have to go without therapy for a while. But with this, you can find a new one pretty quickly. And
I can schedule it around my schedule. I can do it on my phone. So wherever I am, I'm ready for therapy. I don't have time to drive across town to Beverly Hills to go see somebody.
And we know that some of our listeners have signed up for BetterHelp through this, and we've heard that you've really liked it. Give it a try. Our listeners do get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/TryPod. That's BetterHelp, which is HELP, not health, but help.com/TryPod.
I pitched a really vulgar idea for Without a Recipe. And
For what was the food?
I don't want to spoil anything. It's coming out.
Oh, you were actually doing it. You're not doing crab?
No, my first
Crab
joke was crab season, and I was just gonna do everything. I was gonna give the judges crabs every episode.
I love crab.
But I
Crab.
I just didn't want to come with creative. I was like, crab cake.
I thought you were really still doing that. So when you wrote that, just handed in my creative for Without a Recipe, I'm gonna win this year. That's why I wrote lol, because I wasn't like people are like, oh, so shady. I'm like, no, I'm laughing because I thought your creative was crabs. And I was like, lol, you're actually doing it. And so I wrote lol because I found it funny because I knew the secret. I was like, lol, you're not gonna win, which is what people read it as.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing crab season. I was like, it's so funny because one of them is boba tea. I couldn't wait to see how you did that. I couldn't wait.
So disgusting.
I couldn't wait.
Every time we get the email for it's time to go Without a Recipe creative, I'm just like, ugh.
Also,
the last thing I want to
this
do
year is out of control.
Yeah,
I mean, we've always talked about how it used to be we'd be like, okay, make bread. Like, okay, I'm making a loaf of bread. I'm making a loaf of bread that has this in it, and that was like the most
mine
crazy.
has seeds.
Now it's like, I need you to make a birthday cake. It's like, all right, the year is 2097. It's like, there's just a ridiculous...
Cricket powder is the only thing that exists. But instead of frosting, grass.
And everyone has full storylines that they're crafting across.
Yeah, I don't know that the show is better off for it, but I know that we have fun.
We need it, and I think it does create crazy visuals that we wouldn't get anymore without going weird.
Again, I think that it's my influence for the worst, where people saw, I think we all saw how much fun I had being an idiot, and the three of you went, well, I want to taste.
Well, I did Daddy's Favorite.
That's true.
Pretty early on, when that was also a big...
Daddy's favorite
instigator.
absolutely also influenced us for the worst in that we all now think that we should have a season theme.
Yeah.
And we're like, no. It really doesn't. If we all have a season theme, it's like a nightmare.
I definitely thought about once I saw the other ones. Like I was almost going to go back to Rachel. Rachel, should I just make the most plain, simple version of all these? Should I just make boba tea and have it be?
I think that's pretty
mint?
good.
Can
Just
I make
have,
mint tea?
a control.
But now everyone's judging on creativity.
I
too.
tried that once and I got yelled at by the judges.
Like it's too lame. I'm like, ugh. But it's just normal. It's just something you would actually order.
Without a recipe, I forget even how we got here. We were talking about Miles Teller, but without a recipe has ruined me because I'm going to restaurants now. I'm eating outdoors like a good, responsible boy, and I'll eat food, and I'll think about what the judges would say. And I'll think about critiques that have been levied against me. And I'll tell you, I had this shrimp yesterday that was like, you ever had something that had just too much flavor? Like it was, everything in this restaurant was just fucking soaked with flavor. And it was too salty.
Percy Jackson.
Who from the
He's
Olympians?
like 10. Rainy,
No,
move
he's
on.
an adult. He's an adult by the. Okay. We'll
The answer is no.
He's an adult by the end of the show movie.
And now he's like 45. Okay, we'll skip it.
Do we
What do you
think
mean
that
now? Percy Jackson now? It's a fucking fiction, Rainy.
Well, like Ned told me, he's like, I'm the same age as Harry Potter. Because he was 11 when Harry was 11.
Yeah.
Same.
that is definitely something Ned would tell you?
I did see
Ned's
a
just in
funny
the
thing
water
that was-
cooler, like leaning against the water cooler, like, I'm the same age as Harry Potter.
You know, we were only born a month and a half apart. So I'm almost. We almost share a birthday.
I did see a funny thing that was like at the end of the freaking HB where Harry and Ginny are like, let's name our kids. And Ginny's like, well, let's name him after my dead brother. And Harry's like, actually, I'm going to name 2 of our kids after a professor of mine. And then the other one after my dad. It's just like a very funny detail.
You know, it makes sense.
Ross from Friends.
Not a chance.
No, he doesn't
Yeah.
know.
Are you out of your mind? That guy's a fuck machine.
But do you think he like knows things, or he's just a?
Mr. Magoo's way into
I hate to say
pleasure.
it, but that guy eats like lunch.
Did you just fucking censor yourself?
That was very funny.
Did you just live mute yourself, Miles?
We all
Yeah.
need little beeper buttons for ourselves.
can
I
do it
would
from
say
home.
that, I never understood what Rachel saw in Ross, and if he was a cock monster, might help explain it.
I had a friend who had the worst boyfriend, but she was like, he's the only guy.
That knows where the G spot is.
Yeah. He smiles.
Wait, sorry. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, get out of that relationship, right? There are good people who could fuck too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where are they, Miles?
Yeah. One time. Yeah. I don't even know.
Rainey, I heard you about to divulge something really personal, and I urge you please don't. I heard you say
even
one
that's too
time, and I'm
Asking for a
I'm gonna
friend.
cut you off right there.
There's something about this medium that just encourages you to share
Well,
beyond.
yesterday, Miles is like, I'm not going to be there, but if you guys could whip up some juicy secrets to tell on air, that'd be great. And like, Miles, I don't have anything left. I've been milked dry. I don't know what I could possibly reveal at this point that's not like a secret that would never come out ever.
Like,
I don't know. I'm not. They must be so buried in my brain that even I don't know what they are anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I was reflecting on how when we started this podcast, it was like, man, I've got all these, we should start a podcast. We've got all these great stories to tell behind the scenes from shooting different videos. And we live pretty crazy lives. And I've, 1, told all the stories. 2, my life is boring as shit now. I don't do a goddamn
I
thing.
saw a really great jazz trio at dinner last night. Let me tell you, they were fucking phenomenal. It was real. They were really good. And I went with Jared Popkin. Every so often when Becky's out of town, I'll take Jared on a date. And we'll go to a nice restaurant and try to find music. And this one had both. And it was a really good jazz trio. And the guy who was the lead played bass with his left hand on some keys, but was playing a bass line, sounded like a bass guitar. Played with his right hand, he was doing the lead piano, and then he was singing. I'm like, this guy,
Whoa.
Wow.
he's juggling music up there.
Juggling.
And then there was a rhythm and lead guitar guy who played both, and then a drummer, and it was just fabulous.
That's really
Fabulous.
geeky.
And when you ordered an old fashioned, it came in like a lantern. Like a man
That's
brought a
fucking
spooky
cool.
lantern to your table full of smoke, and he opens the door, and you reach in and grab your drink out of the smoke. It's so good. You gotta buy two. you
guys
gotta
have
get a
gotten me-
second because you want that lantern back.
You guys have gotten me really into cocktail. I really was not into cocktails before, but doing travel jobs where we're like, let's go to a fucking cool cocktail bar. And now I love cocktails, but I really before was not a guy who did that.
They're good.
What
They're
I do
fucking fun.
whenever we're out, I don't drink alcohol, but if we're all on the same tab, you better believe I'm getting a fancy mocktail.
I love it.
'Cause I'm like, well, I'm paying for everyone's dinner anyway,
Yep.
so I might as well get a $12 juice.
We're so close to when though we can get like weed cocktails in normal places. That'll be the day.
That'll be the day.
I would
fun.
love
That's
to
fun.
go to a nice cocktail bar and be able to get a drink that doesn't have alcohol but does have weed and tastes amazing.
Dear listeners, I want to know if this is a venture that Keith and I should go in on. I pitched it to him over a year ago. He laughed. He said, I don't think that it would work. You said you liked it, but you weren't positive.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm putting you on the spot. I don't know if
I
you're
don't
that
know. I'm
negative.
ready. I'm ready. I don't remember at all.
Okay. I actually take back now saying that you were so negative about it because I don't think that you were. I feel bad. I feel bad. Guys, I want to take it back. Keith was in.
I don't think you described me as being super negative. I said. I think you said I liked it but didn't think it would work.
Keith,
That's possible.
okay, I want to make a weed cocktail bar in LA and call it Hotbox. Okay, and the idea is that there's so many weed drinks now, like weed sodas, and so I want it to be specialty cocktails. But I'm not talking about like, oh, it's an alcoholic cocktail with THC. No, we only serve CBD
Yeah.
and THC specialty drinks, and it's a fucking vibey ass place, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would have told you no.
Let's do it.
I'm great. I'm down.
I think that we could fucking one, start a revolution. Two, we could make a brick and mortar spot.
Especially because there is the place that did the weed bar where like you can order food and order like bongs to your table.
I didn't know about that.
Sorry, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, there's a pre-roll company that's just also a weed company, and they opened a place in Hollywood or West Hollywood, and like you could go and it's a restaurant, and I think you have to order food. That's like part of it. I think that's even like maybe part of the license. I don't really understand,
Like
but you have to order
legal.
food, and then you order weed, and you can order joints, but you can also order a bong, and it's like a packed bong, and they bring it over to you, and you smoke a bong in the restaurant, which I think is fucking hysterical.
All right, what are you doing the rest of the
That's-
day? You want to come up with a business plan?
I think we have meetings.
Well, do you want to skip them?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, how about while
Dude.
everyone's eating lunch outside, we'll eat lunch inside. We'll put this together.
I do have a call at 12 to 12:30
See, this
for
is what
everyone
I'm
to
talking
know.
about,
I'm not
audience.
saying no. I'm bored.
Can I tell-
I think it's possible. I think we just need an angel investor.
I'll be your angel.
Here's the one issue. Here's the one issue with
Yeah.
a place like
The
this.
only one
The only issue
is
so
that you're gonna
I
need
find
cash, right?
You're
And so
gonna need
that's why you
fucking
have
cash.
an app.
Yeah, exactly.
And I bring you cash in a bong.
I feel like so at a bar you can have a drink and then you can have another drink and then sometimes you can have a third drink, but
Yes.
like it keeps you there. With weed, often it's like, okay, I'm smoking weed, and then I'm like, I've done it. I've smoked weed, or I've like
So this is a
gotten
great point,
stoned.
Miles.
Yeah.
100%.
We're
and
ready for this argument.
occurs to me as well, which is why we're gonna water down your drinks.
oh yeah, they're going to be like
Yeah.
1 to 2 milligram drinks,
And
and that's the
Like,
point.
Yeah, that's low, but I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah,
no, this is
point.
not a place for stoners. This is a place for casual highness, and we'll have different.
It'll be called Your Highness.
Oh, and it's like medieval court. But I want it to have like, I think that you can do different rooms that have different levels. So you encourage people to switch chairs and they get like, you can have like a really fucking psychedelic light room. You can have a goofy room. I think we got to have games. We're having pinball. You better believe.
Oh, fuck yeah,
this
there's
is
pinball.
fucking cool.
And
This
we're
is-
going to have nosh, bro. You got to have little fucking munchies.
Munchies,
Little
That's where the money is.
spicy
Yeah.
tuna tacos, always.
My God,
We're
what?
gonna have a-
the little ones.
We're going to have
Oh, the
a
little ones.
we're going to have a popcorn machine. So that you're piping in the smell of popcorn. That's just fucking pure profit. But also, I'm not doing this for the money, Miles. I'm doing this for the love.
Yeah. I think we should. I love this idea of, when we were kids, you could go to some place like Discovery Zone and there was like
Yeah.
an arcade and slides and stuff like that. And there's really nothing that, other than like Meow Wolf in places, there's nothing that replicates the idea of like a fantasy adult. Like an experience where like, oh, I could go in this room and play pinball, but I could also go in this room and have a cocktail. Oh, I could go in this room and like there's a bunch of psychedelic lights, dance party, like a place that is meant to be like, this is kind of a bar, but it's really more of a
let's do a
hangout zone.
A room where you have to crawl through a hole to get there.
Like a slide takes you to this place.
I love that idea, Zach.
Yeah.
That's really
let's
cool.
get some fucking bean bags. We'll never wash them.
We'll do that thing the planes do where they have like an ultraviolet wand or some shit. That'll clean it.
Will it? But I think
that's what the planes
This
use
is
when
going to
we
be
get on the
a
planes.
shag carpet bar.
Oh, hell yeah. Shag on the ceiling too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot.
This is a great idea.
Hot box.
Hot box.
Hot box. Honestly, it's like it's like the premise of an escape room, but you just sell weed there.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I feel
also
like-
we're gonna make it very hard to leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to,
you
so
have
that
to
you just
escape.
are like, can I pay money to leave now? And we're
Right.
like, no.
There's exits
Yeah.
that actually just take you to a tunnel that bring you right back in the front door somehow. It's a wild fire hazard, but
And then
I
we'll
think
just
this is a
always
good
be
idea.
there. And so like it's like if you want to do a meet and greet, just come out and come drink weed cocktails, and I'll be
Zach
there.
and I will each be in a phone booth, and you put $10 in the booth, and the door opens, and then we're like, "Hi,"
But it's too tight of a quarter.
and it closes within a minute. So it's like a
We should have a activate. Have we done like a Try Guys activation or retail storefront somewhere where we can do fucking dumb bullshit?
no. We did it a long time ago at BuzzFuzz, and like haven't done it since. But now I'm really liking the idea of putting a bunch of YouTubers in boxes like a vending machine. And fans come up and they like put in money and click the button, and then that person comes out to greet them for a
But
minute,
you
and
should
then they
never
go back.
know which one you're gonna get.
No, you have to know which one you're gonna.
No,
It's a
you have
vending
a
machine.
list. There's a list.
have to
So
collect
you're
all
thinking
five.
it's like a. It's
she
like
wants
a
a slot machine.
Yeah.
She wants the thing at the front of the
Yeah.
grocery store that you get slappy, sticky hands out of.
And then like sometimes it's Hank Green.
And sometimes
And
it's Hank
sometimes
Green.
it's like, somebody
I
you
think
don't
Hank
really
Green
know.
would be down on this
Oh, yeah.
jokey idea.
Sometimes it's
and
Hank Green. Sometimes it's Tana.
Yes, exactly. Yes, you don't know who you're gonna get. It's a random YouTuber meet and greet is hysterical, and we get like people all the way like super high up. Like you get Rhett and Link, but then you also have people who just have 100K followers, but they make really good stuff. And you have like some Pokemon influencers, some baseball card collector. You like just really run the gamut of everything
Black.
on YouTube. And yes, Jack Black, and it could be anyone. And it's a random meet and greet. I feel like that's a really fun VidCon activation,
That is fun.
Well,
Well,
you go ahead. You go ahead.
Here's a
No, no,
question.
no, no.
Well,
Here's a question.
No, you. Actually, I do have my second bone to pick.
Oh, what's your second bone?
Oh, second boner is it also with me.
Yeah, it's with you, Miles, because you're
Two boners in one day against me.
You're double fisting bones, my dude.
What's up?
Whoa.
Yeah, what up? What up?
This motherfucker heard us talking about the new hot social media app, Be Real.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about it. Be Real. Everybody's
Yeah.
doing it because Instagram's a dumpster fire. And I logged into my app and I see suggested friend, Miles Bonsignore.
That's me, baby.
We got 4 mutual friends.
yeah.
We got, by the way, everyone in the office. It's real cute. Like my friend list is
basically The Office.
just the office. I see what like Jack's up to in one room, MJ's up to another room, and I see Miles is friends with Jack. He's friends with Desiree. He's friends with Keith, and he has not sent a friend request to your dear old boy Zach. So I go, obviously an oversight. I'm gonna give him a few days. I check back in every day for a
You're obsessed
week.
with me. Sorry,
For
you're
a
obsessed with me.
week.
It's like pathetic. You're obsessed with me.
And he did not send me a
is
friend
wild,
request.
'cause
Scumbag.
He sent me one like so fast.
Yeah.
Like the day he got on, he's like, "Well, Keith was talking
Yeah.
about
Scumbag.
this. I think I got
get
you
on
on it because Miles told me about it a month and a
Exactly.
half, 2 months in June, in early June. He's like, "Did you hear about this app?" And I'm like, "No." Then I joined it in like July, and then he didn't join it until we were in Vegas, I think.
Yeah, no,
Scumbag.
I didn't do it till Vegas.
Yeah.
I also think with Be Real, by the way, Zach, I accepted your friend request yesterday, so you haven't even checked in the last day. But I will say,
Do you hear that? I sent him a friend request a week ago, and he let it fucking linger there.
sad.
yeah,
Scum.
It's sad.
Bag.
I don't.
I do. I think it's. I will say I haven't done the Be Real. It's like it is a very cool thing when you're with your friends and it happens because it's like everyone interacting with one single moment, and I like that a lot.
Interesting. So you're connected to me.
Yeah.
And you're saying that your critique is that you're not connected to your friends.
See, here's what I want to add to Be Real. And I know this intuitively makes it be false. But I want there to be a Be Real where in the morning you're sent the theme for the day, but you still don't know when the Be Real moment's going to happen.
Oh.
And the theme could just be the word pizza. It could be socks.
I like that.
You're carrying a pizza with you all day?
If you want to participate, you have to have some kind of pizza thing to get in. It might even be like you draw a piece of pizza. It doesn't matter, but it's all of us posting something around the same theme.
That's
at the
okay.
same
You know
time.
what? That's a different app called Be Themed, and each day you get a prompt, and you can't post until you satisfy the prompt.
Right. I just think it'd be fun because I what a Be Real is to me is kind of like the HQ thing that happened where there's just like a reason to do something at a time.
Yeah.
And I think that it doesn't have enough structure where it really feels participatory, where a theme would help it do that. Now, I love what it is, and I love that they're all just ugly photos of nothing.
They're so ugly.
I love it. I don't like that. I don't like people who are trying to be my friend on there because I'm like, I want to keep this community at 15. And now I'm not against fans.
Yeah.
Obviously, fans are trying to be my friend and Be Real, and that's fine. I get it. But I'm never going to join you because that's not what the app is.
I'm at the
agree.
point where, frankly, I'm now starting to regret some of my first gen.
Yeah.
Because when I started, there was no one on there, so I was like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah, come on in. And now I'm just like seeing very intimate details of someone's life who I have not talked to in 6 years, and it's like, well, now if I unfriend you, it's gonna be a slight. It's going to, but I feel like the point of this app is to keep it small. I tried to keep my Instagram small for a long time. I didn't want to have more than 100 people, and then I got to 200. I'm like, that's my max. Finally, I just had to be like, fuck it, floodgates, come on in.
Do you have a Finsta?
I should,
I don't, and I should.
but also, why bother now? The app's fucking dead.
I mean,
The app is sorry, the app is not dead. The app is so not dead.
it's fucking
Yeah,
We'll be
it's-
fucking using it until we're dead.
It is definitely spiraling in an identity crisis.
I think it needs to
Yeah.
go back to being like grainy, like oversaturated photos. I think that's the only way
I think we should
out.
bring back borders.
Yeah.
I love the borders are
yes.
funny. I just think they should stop only promoting reels. I'm like, I don't.
They're so bad.
And also, they're just things
suck.
I've already seen on TikTok.
yeah.
I know.
I've already
That's
seen it.
lame. I do feel like Be Real has the same Pokemon Go energy. By the way, we should really be getting money from Be Real. But
I Be
it's
Real.
like-
Thanks for listening.
They don't have any money.
Thanks. It's really Pokemon Go energy where you see people and it's like when it happens and you're like at a coffee shop, everyone's like, oh, I gotta do my like that energy of like, I remember when Pokemon Go came out and I was like walking around New York being like, you guys Pokemon going? They were like, yeah,
Yes.
fuck yeah. And everyone was participating. And that's
yeah.
fun.
And that's why I was like, it's kind of like HQ. Like HQ is a big like, oh shit, everybody pays attention. And I like that idea, but I just wish we had more of a scavenger hunt vibe. You know, it's like you have 2 minutes to capture this Be Real, and also the theme needs to be flowers. So now everyone's like running outside to find flowers, or like or drawing a picture of a flower or something. You know, I just feel like that makes it extra cute.
What about an app called Try This, where it's a Try Guys app where you put one different activity that you have to try that day. You can only take a picture if you geotag you trying that thing.
I'm not
So it'll
joking,
be like-
Miles. I genuinely pitched that to Keith.
Yeah, yeah.
I genuinely
And
not a bad idea.
I think I approved it.
Yeah, there's an app. There was an app in LA. I don't know if it's still going, but it was called 5 Every Day or 5 a Day. It was by weirdly the band Yacht, if you guys know. They made this app, but it was a really fucking wonderful app where it was split into like food, culture, art. Wow, I don't know. But every day they would give you something to do in Los Angeles. It was awesome for like dates, for activities, just like to fucking explore your city. And I adored this app. And we were thinking about extensions for the Try Guys because like it's so I don't want to make another fucking product. We might talk next week about products. But I want to give you the people something. And we're like, what about an app where we could potentially even separate into Food, Love, Fun, Gay and do it once a week? And it's just like recommendations. Now, there's so many logistical hurdles, right? developing an app, it takes forever. It's really fucking hard. How are we going to do it in a way, like, is it just Los Angeles? Is it everywhere?
Is it just America?
Is it just, right. I mean, even that's fucking hard. But if we did something that had activities that you could do, and then we don't charge people anything to do it, but maybe we can like get fucking referral codes.
Yeah, maybe we're affiliate links.
Links or Groupon type situation. And I'm far too lazy to do it. I'm more likely to make a weed cocktail bar. But if you guys think it's a good idea, again, this is now Shark Tank episode. We'll make the app and we'll call it Try Every Day.
I do think that, like, honestly, I don't know, because an app, like...
How does it feel to know that you made a joke that was a great idea?
It feels like I'm a genius, to be first of all. But
very cool.
I think that an app, to me, now, stinky, bad, poo-poo. But a website, like, you go to try whatever, because it's
here
like,
comes
I'm on my
keyboard
computer.
King Miles reminding us that old technology can be cool.
It can be, but it's like an app. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with an app?
Website.
I know, but it's on my phone and it clutters and I have too many apps.
Yeah.
But like, similar to how Wordle was just a fucking browser. It's not like that was cool because it's
wait,
like,
Miles,
you just go
if
to
it's
this.
not an app, how are we going to track all your behavior across your other platforms and then sell your data?
Websites can do that.
Okay, sick. All right, I'm back in.
I don't know. I think websites are fucking cool again. I like the idea of going to a website more than I like downloading an app. I'm just going to send me push
Definitely there are some things that I just refuse to, like, here's, you ready? A desktop app? Fuck off. When someone's like, you could down the desktop app of this meeting thing. I'm like, no, I'm going to use the browser. I don't need Microsoft Teams on my fucking computer. Back the fuck off. Are you kidding me? No. I'm just going to always put my name in the guest field and never, what? Are you kidding? Google has this. Everything is free. I don't need to have it on. I don't need to take up my precious space on my computer. All 2 gigs or whatever it is. It's for my photos that I'll never delete. Yeah.
Well, Miles, also you think The Office is coming back to being cool in addition to websites.
The show?
Do you mean The Office, the show?
Yeah.
Did I say that? I think The Office is fucking. I think The Office is a good show. I don't care what people say.
Are you
relevant.
saying
What are you
that like
talking
it's
about?
controversial?
Yeah, well, I think that like
getting
TikTok.
kinda
No,
first season
fucking
is wild.
easy, Rainie. You know what I'll say? Let me go off for a second about Gen Z. Gen Z fucking lives in a glass house that's about to be shattered.
Yeah.
I think that Gen Z has this thing where you're young and you think you're never going to die. It's okay. I also thought I was never going to die. I also was young.
And now he has
But
back
it's like,
problems.
I think that every generation thinks that the generation above them is fucking lame.
and they're probably right.
And they're right, but because of course they are. Like when we were kids, we dressed real fucking stupid and said that the people above us were lame for trying to be us. And now Gen Z dresses really fucking stupid. And they say that our style is like, everyone's like, Gen Z being all like, you can't wear skinny jeans anymore. I didn't want to wear skinny jeans to begin with. And eventually society forced me to. And now they're like, oh, it's weird to see the outline of your legs and your pants. I'm like, who fucking cares? They're pants. I bought these pants and they haven't fallen apart yet. So I'm going to keep wearing them.
Have you guys read the article in The Atlantic about the millennial pause?
Yeah. And then I read some great counter arguments about it.
I'd love to hear those. It's an article that I really loved because it's a theme that I've been personally interested in. I've been writing about it, creating a project about it in my own little time in my dark shadows. So it's the idea first, the millennial pause is this moment when you're recording a TikTok, but because you are a millennial and you're not familiar with the app, there's that little pause before you start talking because you're not sure if you're recording yet. And it's oh, hey guys, like you're not, when you press and hold down. Whereas people who grew up with that technology, they have the confidence, they know how to use it. So then they start talking about all these telltale signs of using the internet that show you are millennial. She references the zooms in and out of your face, and also something called the BuzzFeed accent, which I don't know if I have. I can't. When I hear the impression of the BuzzFeed accent, I'm like, that just sounds like my friend blank. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. So
Wait, do it.
I don't know what I'll pull up the video. I don't know what it is.
Well, some of it is like using meme-isms in real life. Like if you actually said, "it me" at a table. like at lunch,
relationship
right?
goals, or
Yeah,
referring
like
to your
goals.
doggo.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
we call people celebos, so I guess we're guilty
but like
of it.
it's the idea of like
Rainie
using,
said hunty.
right, it's that kind of thing. And the counter think piece that I saw was just people being like, you guys realize that like almost everything is created in black culture and all white people are embarrassing. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It's not about how old you are.
You're
It's
just
about you're just
embarrassing.
embarrassing no matter what you're doing. You're all embarrassing.
That's very funny.
We're all making fun of you.
That is definitely true. What I liked about the article, though, was this idea that millennials were the first generation to grow up with the internet. And now we get to be the first generation to age out of it.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing right now is this generation that is having to grapple with the idea that the internet is not for them anymore. That internet culture, which is pop culture, internet culture and pop culture are one and the same, is now revolving around another generation. It's not for us. And so what you get is millennials, myself included, who are trying to adapt to a new internet culture that is created by and for Gen Z, and it creates this cringe. Now, I like that kind of argument that it's all fucking cringe.
Yeah.
But then it brings up this argument of like, can you age gracefully on the internet? Do you try and be what comes after you, or do you just make your own thing after? We haven't answered that question yet, and I imagine that we're going to see a lot more cringe. But it's something. It's just a topic that I've been thinking about, and so to see it written about very intelligently in the Atlantic, I fucking loved.
Is the new Gen AA? Is that how they do it?
Gen Alpha?
Yeah, like the one that's because we're at Z, right? So it goes back to the beginning of the alphabet. But is it? There has been a Gen A at some point, right?
Yeah, but they did.
So they're way dead, a long time ago dead. But do we just go back to A or do we do AA?
I think we just go back to A.
There was never like a Gen
go back to
W though. Like we would have heard about that, right?
Would
Like
we
I don't think
have?
it started at A. Gen X. I feel like I only know about Gen X, YZ.
Yeah, there's no
Well,
I think
Gen
Gen X is
W.
because of 2000. No?
Gen X was
Like
the
00?
people born before 85, I think. It's like
right.
75 to, I don't know, 70 to 85, something
Oh
like
wait,
that.
is there a Gen Y?
Yeah, millennials
Yeah.
are Gen Y.
No one calls them that though.
No, but that's what they initially
But that's what
were
they
called.
are.
really,
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the millennium happened, and we really liked that word. And then we were like, and some author probably somewhere was like, they're millennials, and everyone was like, whoa, fucking whoa, whoa.
I'm kind of scared that Gen Z is the last letter of the alphabet and therefore the last generation.
No, that there's literally babies
No,
that have
Rainie.
been born.
See, that's that thing. You're gonna die. You're gonna get old too, Rainie.
Like, I'm
You're
pretty
gonna
sure
get
that
old. Jack, that article from the Atlantic, I didn't read it, but that's so interesting to me because it reminds me of when we shot that video with the guy who was talking about, it was the old age series, I guess. But he was
Yeah.
talking about the idea that like there is so little infrastructure for people from age like 50 to age 80, but that is a third of the population.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and I think that's a similar thing where it's like, is the internet, like the idea that the internet is no longer for people who are, 25 plus is like, I don't know that that's true because we grew up with the internet. So people are creating things for that generation on the internet. Like, I guess content wise, like YouTube algorithm wise, yeah, kids and like people in their teens are probably the biggest consumers of that stuff.
See, I think the internet wears different masks for different age groups,
Yeah.
right? Streaming television is the internet in a mask on your
Right.
wall. It's the internet. It's the internet.
Exactly.
It's entirely
It's the
the
internet.
internet. It doesn't work without your Wi-Fi signal working, but it's just wearing a mask that makes it easier, and you use a remote control, which feels like a TV, and it feels, this is what I like, but it's the internet. You can watch YouTube on
Well,
it.
I mean, what I've noticed is like for example, Turning Red. All of a sudden now it's like millennials are making that, and there's all these references to like whatever they're like. I don't know.
Things
I
I don't
forgot.
understand because they're millennial
forgot.
things. There's references to stuff I don't know.
What mattered to you
Turning Red, the
guys?
movie, the Pixar, the Pixar
Yeah,
movie?
like just like the barrettes and like the outfits and like the
Okay,
the
yes.
setting.
Our middle school looks
Yeah.
are in that.
Tamagotchis.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And it's
probably
because
never
all
had
of this.
Tamagotchi.
Oh, I had a Tamagotchi. then one time I got to the 3rd generation, and then my sister was watching it, and it died.
Yeah. You got to take good care of those things.
Did you guys have it?
Oh yeah.
I had a
love
Tamagotchi, and we weren't allowed to bring Tamagotchi to school, and I was a good kid, so I didn't. And I would leave it on my entry table in my front hallway, and I would like feed it and like do whatever I needed right before I got on the bus, and then I would get off the bus and sprint in the house and hope it wasn't dead. And it was always just within a heartbeat of death. And if the bus took too long that day, it was dead.
It's a terrible product.
It was the
it
best.
really
I loved that
was like
thing.
you have to devote your life to this thing that lives in your pocket.
And you get such little feedback from
Very different from
Yeah.
life
you guys
we
ever
live
go to-
now.
Did you go to Tamatown on the internet?
Tamatown? What is that?
Is
Oh my
Tamatown?
God.
This is
You could
Gen
hook
Z
it up.
Tamagotchi
You could
over
hook
here.
it up
Gen
to
Z shit.
Tamatown. It was so fun.
What did you do in Tamatown?
I don't even remember, but I know you played some games, and you could buy some.
So you got to
stuff,
see your
but not, like, with
Tamagotchi,
your
like
money.
your little pet come to life in Tamatown.
I think so, but it might have been a separate entity. But it was so fun.
That's
oh my
fucking sick.
gosh.
It's like Club
Oh, wow.
Penguin, but better.
I've been thinking about this a lot about cringe culture and how I think that cringe culture makes it so hard to make stuff because like you're so worried that people are going to roast you for it. And when we were growing up, we had the internet, but it wasn't really like that. Like it was sort of the believe in yourself, you can kind of make stuff and see what happens generation.
Yeah.
And I think now, like it would give me anxiety to be in high school now or to be in college now and put something on the internet because I would be so worried I'm just going to get fucking unbelievably roasted for it. Algorithmically roasted for it.
You think that, but then everyone puts everything on TikTok and they just take it down.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't do well, you just remove the video, and it doesn't people aren't as often screen grabbing every single thing because there's too much to screen grab, so you just get away with that was bad, so I just took it off the internet, now it's gone.
But but with TikTok you can stitch and you can duet, so like people are stitching and duetting shit that's cringe, and then like it is becoming this thing where it's like, yo, this person's so fucking lame for doing X, Y, or Z.
I liked your challenge on TikTok, Miles, the one where you were like, I dare you to sing vulnerably, like with like actually sing something, be vulnerable on camera. Can you do that? I thought that was correct because that guy just put out a piece that he wrote that is hard to do, and he put out, and he put himself out there, and people just roasted him. And I'm like, but you couldn't make anything that good, and it's not even that good, but you couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think there's something about the earnestness of which he tried that I think hurts people. To go like people want to see, I guess, like that I don't really care attitude.
Right.
And so to see someone who really, really cares and make something that is a miss and then makes you cringe, there's like, it just becomes this easier target for ridicule. But the scenario in which we're talking about obviously went way far, where people then were like taking videos of where this poor dude works, and
It's weird.
It went from like, oh, this is fun to, oh, this is kind of mean to, oh, this is really mean.
Here's the thing, you could, Rebecca Black at this point in time.
Yeah, you could
which
rebrand.
is you can put Friday out and be the most made fun of person in the world, and then 10 years later, if you really play your cards right, you can have a real career in that same thing that everyone ridiculed you for, the music industry. Like she is, I think, really talented. She plays lots of like music festivals. She plays concerts. She travels. She's like
cool.
built a brand.
All because
She's
of
cool.
a video that she got ridiculed
And
for.
it's all because of being like the most made fun of child on the internet, which is a horrible thing to think of, that you could be the most made fun of child. Like, you're a fucking child.
Yeah.
I will say the happy ending, or it's not really a happy ending, but some silver lining to this. So if you guys don't know, Jake Novak's this guy on TikTok. He made this video called "I Want to Be the Next SNL Cast Member." You can kind of fill.
I
want to
be the next SNL cast member.
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah. So, but he had an article in Vulture where it seems like he has a really good group of friends. Where they were like, it was like the first interview with him after 6 weeks, and they were like, Jake, don't go on the internet. You don't want to see what's being said about you. And he believed him. And so he stayed off the internet, and he's just like, it really made me happy that he has good friends. And the one thing that I will say about Jake is that there's been a lot of people that, were ironically dunking on him, and then it kind of became a genuine love. And I will say that I have had one of his refrains stuck in my head for 2 weeks, and it's maybe my favorite little ditty of all time now, which is when he goes, "Children dying in the schools, but can you tell me why?" And it is the biggest fucking earworm of all time, and I'm like, this I think is my favorite song.
I legitimately laughed the first time he did the after you. I'm like, this is stupid. It's funny. It made me laugh. I was like, this is dumb. I just thought it was funny and dumb. We should bring him on the pod.
Yeah, I would be
That
thrilled.
would be fucking fun.
That's good.
Okay, I actually was thinking about this. Jake, if you're out there listening, hit us up.
Sure you are.
Or if one of your friends are listening, I would love to do a video where we see, it's a TikTok and it's, I want to be the next SNL cast. And then it cuts to us as the Try Guys watching and we go, we need to get him. And we fucking like, and we
Don't let SNL have him before we get a chance.
And we fucking like fly him in and it's like, you're the next Try Guy. And it's Jake and it's just announcing Jake Novak as the next Try Guy.
Huge. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's
All right, we
fucking
really
great
got to get
idea.
the advice. I have to pee so bad.
Well, if you're
right,
Jake
sorry, Keith.
Novak, you may be looking for advice. Dare I say advice that'll go for Keith, go.
No, I never have left.
Advice that'll
Thank you,
go
Keith. Listen.
for Miles with your host, Miles Bonsignore.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune it to your radio station. It's advice that'll go for miles. Everyone get ready, Miles Nation. Miles Nation, go! It's advice that'll go for miles.
Extended version.
Advice that'll go for miles.
What's up, my sweet little pumpkins? Hey! Have you ever wanted to get a little sour with my sweet?
Okay.
Thank you, Rainie. Have you ever wanted to get iced downtown?
Lemonade.
Ice cubes are for fucking losers, man.
Oh, it's going to be
It's a
putting
frozen.
something else.
Ice
Frozen
cubes are for
lemon.
fucking losers, man.
Lemon ice pops.
Put icy
When
hot
you
on your
wanna get a
butthole.
little bit wild, and you're having guests over, and you're like, I want to impress this freaking person, or they're never gonna kiss me on the lips.
Uh-huh.
Get a little lemon and shave that lemon.
Wait.
Get a little lemon and shave that lemon. Shave it on right
Like
down.
lemon zest or what?
Yeah, how do you
Cut
shave a
it
lemon?
into cubes. Put those cubes in the freezer.
Oh, lemon
now
ice
you've got
cubes.
a frozen lemon cube, but not lemon juice cube. It's just the fruit, but in the freezer.
Oh, cool.
Because
Yeah.
then you put that in your water and it's got the cold. It's got the lemon. It's got the vibe. It's cool. It's fresh. It's flirty. It's fun. It's funky. It's fucked. And it's good.
Yeah, I think this is a good advice. I think it's good
Thanks,
advice.
Keith.
No need to converse about it. Let's end the episode.
Grapefruit. Also do it with a grapefruit, but just cut it into a little square and put it in a
Yeah.
little dish.
I get it.
Put that dish into your freaking freezer. And Keith's got to pee, so we must end the episode.
It was
Zach's
so
on his phone.
Good advice, though. I
Here
think
we go.
legitimately this is some of the only advice you've given recently, and I like it.
You mean I've given this before?
I know. No, I like this one. It's a good one. It's real advice. It's not just like, I don't know, get a new pillow or something that's not
Yeah,
really
well,
advice.
that's also good.
This is advice. I've never thought about doing this, but I have thought about like pouring like lemonade into ice cube trays. But this is even better. You just cut the lemon, cut the rind off, cut it into cubes. Boom.
Boom. Great episode. Love
Lemon
the
ice
advice.
cubes. I love it.
Love
It's
it.
good
Beautiful.
advice.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Hot.
Thanks,
And
Rainie.
Rainey, what's on your mind?
Well, make sure you listen to the after pod today. We're going to be chatting after I pee. I'll be a little more relaxed. But you know, this is the TryPod. Thanks
gonna
for
get-
listening. Oh, you know what I do want to say, if you made it this far, which maybe you did, I'm on tour at Lou Burger. I'm going to say this at the top of next week's episode
you're right
too, to make
here.
sure. No, I'm going to be on tour at Lou Burger in the first week of September. I'm going to be in Minnesota. I'm going to be in Ohio. I'm going to be in Illinois, and I'm going to be in Indianapolis. Everyone,
that's tea.
it's so.
That's so funny.
Come out and tell me to fuck off or something, and then see my show. It's also a fundraiser show, so you'll not only be able to support being mean to me, you get to support a cause that helps other people, which is cool.
And I will be doing here I'll be here.
I could be here.
So maybe you'll run into me, but not likely because I don't leave my house much.
Stick around for the afterpod. Buy a Try Guys hat at tryguys.com/hat. I don't know if that is a real one, but it should be. And until next time, Keith, hit us with the official TryPod theme song. Oh, do you know where the G-spot is? Well, tell us if you do and write a book, and we'll read your book at the Fuck Book Club. It's a TryPod.
And in the comments below, please let us know if Miles Teller is hot, if you think we should make a weed cocktail bar, if we should make a try everyday app, and if
Hashtag where's Rainie?
And hashtag where's Rainie, and that Miles is a scumbag.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay beautiful.